So where are we? And let's move the microphone a little bit. Where are we? What we doing? Well, I'm playing solo at the moment. Dayz Rock Paper Zombie server. It's Friday, and it's what time is it? It's approaching 5 o'clock. Hoping that both Pip and Gaddo will be along later. They normally are on a Friday evening, so or Friday afternoon. So this is act as a little bit of an intro. As if they turned up, we'll be able to kick off. Quick check of my gears, not too bad. I've been hunting, as you can see. Currently doing a little trot over to Boar, because there's not much in Boar, but it's not too far away, and I reckon that's probably the closest of the water sources nearby, because I've got a couple of empty water bottles right now. So Boar doesn't have a great deal in it. Boar, a couple of clicks north of the south coast. People have been writing crap all over the map again, which is nice of them. And we're still getting mentions every couple of minutes when someone attempts to join the server. If you don't understand what whitelisted means, you're talking with boars. Hello, Boar. I always think it'd be nice if they were dangerous, you know? When you're out in the middle of nowhere and there are no Zeds around, there's very little to worry about. In the real world, a boar would be dangerous, so maybe that's something they might want to add. Wolves, boars, other things like that. Anyway, let's run around to this tree line and close this little section of the video off. Not sure if I'll film any more while I'm playing solo. I know it's pretty boring watching me just tromping around picking up crap. So, overlooking the village of Boar, well, we'll do in a second. Yeah, overlooking the village of Boar. We'll cut off the video, and hopefully when Gaddo and Pip turn up, we can have some fun. So, talk to you later. Thought I'd just make a little extra bit of this solo gut play. The guys who run the server have pushed the view distance out. Can you see that you can see much, much further? That hill's just starting to get into the mist. So, and of course you can see the radio tower. See? How far's the radio tower? Put a tag down on that. You see that? 1,372 metres. Ordinarily, Dayz, you can't see this far. It can kill your frame rate. Because I was doing some regular armour recording. Yeah, a bush. I've altered my settings. Let's have a quick look at my video settings at the moment. I've also made this smaller as well. It's going to make life a little more difficult for you guys to see, but my view distance is set out at 4. That's because I was playing on the Takistan map, where you get really high frame rate. It's a much simpler map for your game to draw. And if I can get this red writing to get out of the way, texture detail very high. Video memory I've got on default. Everybody should have their video memory on default. What you're asking the computer to, or the game to do at that point, is actually ask the question of your video RAM and set it at that. The reason for this is the low, normal, high, very high actually relate to numbers, and because the game is actually several years old, those numbers are actually quite low. I think the very high is, I think it's either the high or the very high is only 512 megabytes, and most graphics cards these days have more than that. So stick it on the default, and that way the game will ask. These are set onto high, ATOC disabled, personal choice, terrain detail very high, object detail very high. Yeah, probably not any good for me whilst recording if I was in one of the towns, because it would bring my frame rate down. What happens is I'm running fraps, and fraps will lock my frame rate either to 60 frames per second or to 30, or multiples of 30. So in this particular case, it's dropped it down to 30, so obviously my frames per second were around the 60 to 70 mark. HDR quality I have on normal, because I've discovered that if I have it on the higher one, I end up with a very strange sort of artifacting across the screen. I've mentioned this before, it's personal choice when it comes to me. I like it on the high because it makes everything nice and sharp and crisp. Post-processing I have turned off. Again, personal choice. I think it's sick-making or sick-inducing. Interface size I've got it as normal. I think if I were playing this on my own, it would be small or very small. Reason for that is because it would make this... Oops, mouse pointer disappeared. It would make the writing on the left-hand side of the screen smaller. And in part, the guys who are playing on the server, who watch my videos, quite like it when they can read what they've written at a certain time, because when I watch other people's videos, particularly Mags and the other admins who make videos on this server, it's nice to see, because there have been times when there's been videos that they've made and I thought, I was on the server at the same time. I remember there was a few last week or the week before we were both, me and Mag and his friends were rushing to help somebody in the middle of the map, and they got there first. But you could see the conversations that I was having with the guy, what the things like that. So yep, that was just a little quick detail of that, and I'm afraid I don't have anything more interesting to say. Well, I do. I've always got something interesting to say, but whether you lot will want to watch it or not is another matter. A little bit of a catch-up on the single player. It's been at least an hour. Found a truck and all sorts. But anyway, I'm doing a long tab across the northern section of the map because Gaddo has come on to TeamSpeak and he's on the server. He's also in the north, but I'm in the northwest and he's in the northeast, and we're going to sort of like meet halfway between the two and then strike further south. So yeah, just to let you know what's going on, next bit will probably have Gaddo in it. Woohoo.
Let's go!
Yay, to prod, because there's bugger all here. So here we go, we've been tromping through various parts of the northern sector of the map. Oh, little monkey zombies. Hello, little monkey zombies. Mate, are you going somewhere different?
No, I'm just staying away from those ads. Not to aggro. It's easier to not aggro and just keep running now. Although you just probably ran through.
Yeah, I was about to go into a pine forest. Zeds are my least of my worry. Oh, I see you. Well, guess what's happened? Yeah, I got sniped. The rest of the guys on TeamSpeak are playing Battlefield at the moment. I'll carry on here till I've got
Back in a sec.
So if you hear anyone shouting in the background, it's because they're playing Battlefield and I'm not. And Pip's having problems with play with 6, so he's having some difficulties. As normal, I'm going to go back to base camp, to Zelena, and follow the power lines, boys. You'll get to where you want to go. I've got a can of Coke and a few other bits and bobs I've managed to pick up out of a barn. But I'll be reasonably well equipped within 20-30 minutes or so, I suppose. Talk to you in a bit. So we're coming up to the bug.
Yeah, he's up there somewhere. Yeah.
The guys are still playing Battlefield. You can hear in the background. This is the bug deer stand. They spawn inside, and the deer stand's the wrong way around. And I've got a hatchet. This might not go well.
He was at this other end.
He's dead. He's dead, mate.
Cool.
Nice spot.
Come on, last one. Oh, come on, a little closer. And
Thank you.
Grief, got the lot.
He just tried to parachute onto the where you are, Gus, and crashed into the wall.
Nothing.
He's dead. I shot him.
Oh, did you?
Listening to the guys having fun playing Battlefield, it just infuriates me now.
They're all in the air.
It's unusual.
And sniping.
Freaking lose.
And a bandage, that would be useful.
They're expending all the resources on me at the moment. I got a plane and a bloody helicopter chasing me.
Solves that problem. Off to Zelena. See, the view distance is shut down. We were here earlier,
How
a
would you
few
believe
hours
I
ago.
had a Viper, fucking another chopper,
Can't now.
and an
Yeah, I
airplane.
And here we are. I've met up with Pip.
Okay, got it. I've already got 4 cooked meats.
Yeah,
Do you
I'm
think
not
this
carrying
guy's,
any cooked meat.
I think this guy's helping himself to our tent.
You don't think he went into the tent? I mean, I definitely saw someone down by the rocks, but he didn't go into the tent, I don't believe. He didn't have time. But I do think someone has been in because they swapped a decent weapon for an Enfield. They dropped an Enfield in our tent.
Trying to think what was in there before.
God knows.
It was probably an AK or a Cobra.
Probably a Cobra, yeah. So I'm basically on resupply time.
Yeah, okay, mate.
I need a decent pistol round, so through Zelena up to push the whatever it's called. Hang on.
Pushtovka.
Pushtovka supermarket.
Yeah, it's not worth visiting that, is it Ed's tent?
No, I found out about that. It wasn't Ed that shot us. To starters, I've been up there, the tent's gone. But it was Mag that shot me. It was in one of his bloody videos.
Oh,
But
Mag
I
the
wasn't.
admin, Mag.
Yeah, the admin Mag, one of the guys who owns and runs the server. The thing is, I wasn't in my hero skin, so he didn't give me any kind of warning. He just shot me. If I'd been in my hero skin, I think he would have, because his reaction when, it was quite funny, his reaction when he saw it was me that he'd shot was he was actually quite disappointed. He was, you know,
Oops, sorry.
yeah, oops, sorry. Don't think I've been out of the supermarket long enough for not to have spawned in, but I feel so much happier now. Ah, hello Mr. Cow. Same mood.
I've got 4 meats on me.
Yeah, I haven't. How many
Well.
shots does a cow take?
4 then, apparently.
Either that or I'm just a shit shot.
How could even you couldn't miss a cow? You've shot me in the head before. You definitely hit a cow from 30 yards.
Oh, we've got this study body, hide body, I can't know.
No,
Here
it's
we go.
gutted. It's take raw meat time, mate.
Yeah. Where's my mouse gone? Ah, there it is. Bye bye cow. Thank
Okay,
you
I've
for your
got-
meat.
I've got a couple of them.
Someone has a GPS.
Right, he's obviously shot someone, hasn't he?
I haven't seen a GPS since, well, the tents were bugged. It's really annoying, as now there's more people on the server, the view distance has come in.
Oh, it's reduced, has it? Ah, they've worked.
Well,
it.
no,
Is it
it's
dynamic?
coming in. It's always been dynamic, and it's dynamic on server load. When I was on the server at first thing, about midday or just after, because there's only about half a dozen people on the server, the view distance was out by about 1.6 clicks. It was glorious. I mean, this is still more than you'd get on a regular DayZ server. Do I have the patience? No, I don't. All these zombies are going to die, they don't know it yet.
Don't start all that nonsense. Oh, God. Here's me sneaking round the back.
I was trying to sneak!
Yeah, pen sneak.
Pen sneak is involving walking directly at them. There won't be much in here. I pretty much cleaned it out when I was here earlier.
There wasn't much when I came along before you did, actually. There certainly wasn't a compass anywhere. Best I found was a watch.
Yeah, me too. And a shotgun. Trying to tromp up through the village.
Yeah, where are you heading? Post office?
There's a little log cabin I do first, then up to the post office. Ooh, an Alice pack. Looks like it's Alice pack day.
In the log cabin? That's unusual.
It is. Oh, there's another one. 2 Alice packs.
Not a compass to behold.
Yeah, we won't see a compass for a couple of days at this rate.
Well, I've been playing on this map so long now, I don't really feel I need a compass, really.
I like a compass. It's really good. If like the three of us are working together and we say, where are you? Ah, right. And I look at my compass, it's right. It's to the northeast or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't actually need a compass to, as I say, to
Navigate.
navigate.
Yeah.
Another.
I'm trying to find where that bike spawns.
There's a couple. Right. Hang on. I'd say to the northeast, but I ain't got a sodding compass, have I? You've run past one of the possible bike spawns.
Yeah,
there's a little shed.
In that little shed, yeah.
And then it's beyond the timber building, the log cabin. God, I'm picking up your Zeds. There's a log cabin up ahead. Yeah, I'm right behind you, mate. And there's a bush, and it's often sat in that. Another Alice pack. Look. Sodding
What,
hell.
in the bush?
No, in the
Oh, the alleyway thing.
the alley. Yeah. I think I got my HDR turned up too much. I walked out the alleyway and almost blinded myself.
HDR's light effects, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like sunsets and stuff.
Well, more like when you leave a dark room and go outside and you're momentarily blinded. And there's no bike in the bike spawn. To the barns. And I've got my HDR turned right down because I was having problems with it bleaching everything out sometimes. I think it would have a fanny attack. Especially when I was looking through binoculars or scope.
Does it have a noticeably detrimental effect if you do turn it down?
Nope.
So is it superfluous?
Pretty much. I mean, when you turn it down, you don't turn it off. You just turn it down. So it's not like post-processing where you get this sort of bloom effect on stuff. Oi, that was the wrong thing to do. Yeah, we've got quite a lot of nice stuff in our tents, but we've forgotten some of the more basic things like water bottles, compasses.
Yeah, I think that's what we should be focused on really, because what we're doing is we're getting tooled up with nice weapons and we're wanting to hang on to them and put them in the tents, aren't we? But like you say,
Yeah.
knives and compasses and maps, survival stuff really, axes.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. Right, I've got the supermarket at Pushti, whatever it's called, at 2.5 clicks, so I guess we're going for a run.
Yeah, I'll follow you. terribly adventurous this time of night. You know what I mean? When there's lots
Yeah,
of people
there's too
on.
many people on the server. It's okay going up to the military
Supermarket
places and
runs.
places like that. Yeah. And I've got to tail off this video that I've been making. I've just started recording again. Basically,
Ooh,
shots.
is that you?
Down, down, down.
That's not you.
Not me, not me. I do not have a scoped weapon.
No, nor do I.
Binos
Didn't
out.
didn't feel like those shots were in our direction though.
I agree, they probably weren't, but doesn't stop me from being bloody cautious.
Oh yeah, I'm keeping my fucking head down. I ain't gonna go running across a ploughed field.
There
What's
are Zeds on the field between the supermarket and the barn.
Nothing on the rocks though.
Nothing on the
The other
rocks.
thing, Pen, remember when we were near Viabor, somebody said, "Who shot me near Zeleno?" So there may be somebody camped out here, really.
Are you in a position to be able to look? Alright, I'm looking in the industrial, there's no one there. Or no Zeds there.
Right, I'm to your left, so my visibility over
Right,
Zeleno
I
is
see
even
someone
worse.
moving down towards industrial.
I can't see it.
I can see some Zeds chasing them down into the industrial area.
I think we should just cover the rocks, mate.
Yeah. It's a survivor. He's moving to those houses just up from the industrial, just up from the electrical substation.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So he's not an immediate threat to us, is he?
No, no, it's a survivor.
Is he carrying a weapon?
He is, yes.
Yeah, it's probably him shooting then.
Might have been that guy I saw earlier.
Well, there's nobody near Camp Bastion.
Oh, is that what you come to call it now?
Yeah.
The rest of Zelena appears to be clear of Zeds, although the route he has taken in. I hear shooting again.
Is it him?
Well, it's not me. I can't see him. I no longer have eyes on him. He's
Okay.
defilade.
Sounded a bit close. If you can keep an eye on him, Pen, it might be that somebody's shooting at him.
Possibly.
Ooh, I'm so nervous. I'm gonna have to have another beer, mate.
Oh dear, not another beer. Oh, if it's just some survivor, a random dude running through town having done the supermarket, I don't care, but if someone is camped up and taking pot shots,
Which is what I think is happening.
no sign of Zeds up in the barn end of town.
I think he's on the. If there is a guy here, he's on the same hill we're on.
Possibly. Having to use the Zeds, I must admit I've completely lost sight of him and any of his spawned in Zeds.
Well, he's got away because we've not had any so and so is dead notifications, have we?
No. Jonathan's just been killed, but there weren't any shots. Unless he got eaten by a zombie. I wish these binoculars had to zoom. Also, I wish I was better at identifying the type of weapon from the shot.
Yeah, it's actually very realistic, aren't they? To me, that sounded like a Stanag. Oh, I've seen him, mate. Got him.
Where? Shot again. Talk to me.
He's dead.
Did you shoot him?
Oh yeah. Abel.
Where was he? Pip?
Okay. You want to come along the hill, mate, to his body?
Where was he?
Along the hill, towards... on the hill we're on.
Sorry, I'd moved down.
Oh, he's in the woods. Whoa, somebody else shooting at me now.
Yeah, he wasn't alone. I need to know where you are, so I can support you.
Difficult to say, mate. I'm in the hills. In the hill, in the wood line. Ooh.
Give me your coordinates, you got a map.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Approximately, I would say 2097.
About 60 metres from me then.
Yeah. Moving along the tree line. But I say somebody had a little bit of a pop at me.
In an easterly direction?
Yeah.
Okay. Communication sometimes is not your strong point. In a tactical situation.
Sorry, mate. Yeah, sorry. You might be even be able to hear the flies with the dead guy.
Not yet.
Be very careful up end. Whoa, I see you now, mate. I'm at your 9. But be very careful, because say somebody had a little pop at me.
Meaning he wasn't on his own. I don't see you.
I'm up the hill. Right, you're running away from me now.
You have me confused.
Sorry.
So what do you reckon? Someone was shooting at him, then you shot him, or what?
I don't know if it was his mate or not.
Someone's shooting at me, and...
That will be his mate.
Well, that was intense. Where his mate is. There was me thinking, nice boring video. So, do you have any idea? Because I don't actually know where you are.
Okay, I know vaguely where you are. You'll have the green fields to your right, hill to your left, and you would be looking in a easterly direction.
I am now.
Right, I would be forward of you to the east.
Okay.
So you're heading towards Eleanor.
I just love to know where this guy was.
Yeah. So we can either let him stalk about and try and find us, or we can leave his mate's body alone.
Yeah. Or was he his mate, or was he just somebody else? Because there's not been any chat on the side chat. Unless, of course, they're like us using TeamSpeak.
Yep.
I'm moving up to the top of the hill.
That's probably a good idea. I've got the guy I've killed's body in sight. I don't want to approach it because I've got a feeling his mate's covering it.
Curious to know where you are.
Yeah, I can't really tell you where the guy's body is. Hang on, I'm probably working out on the map. Hang on.
Definitely curious to know where that bloke is.
21 97 is where I think I am.
In the middle of that square?
Yeah, roughly. Is that you on direct?
Not intentionally.
You're not speaking, all we hear is, well, all I hear was breathing.
Yeah, I saw that I'd making a mistake, so I stopped typing. Coming to the middle of that square. I see you. Down on your belly like
Yeah,
a
you
snake.
got me? Yeah. Like a coward, like the coward that I am. See the
Right,
guy's body
Biner's
there,
out.
mate? See the guy's body, it's, I'm kind of pointing at him down the hill. Now, if you can stay there, I don't mind approaching his body. I imagine his mate is moved off.
Don't think this guy's going to have anything. Gaddo would be so proud of you having shot somebody.
Yeah, he's got 3 blood bags,
Well, that's actually useful.
2 Stanags, 2 auto injectors. I'm having some kit off this fella.
What was his primary weapon?
Give me a minute. An L85 A28 cog.
It's my private weapon. Hell, shit, he might be the guy who shot me. It's what that
take
sounds
that and
very
drop
similar
my
to what I was
M4A1
carrying
actually,
before I
couldn't
got
I?
shot.
Couldn't I? I could take that and drop the M4A1, which is the better one.
M4A1, I think. The ACOG's a nicer weapon.
That's what I mean. Shall I take his L85 and drop my M4A1?
I would keep the M4A1 because I mean I like the L85, but I don't think everybody else does. But is it the L80? Is it the L85 with the grenade launcher?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I can't be certain. Of course, I can't be certain. I didn't exactly engrave my name on the bloody thing, but that's very similar to the kit I was carrying. But it doesn't mean he.
Bet he did. Bet it's him.
It would be nice to think it was, even though it probably isn't. Wonder how patient his mate is.
Well, I'm on his mate's body and he's not doing much. Hmm. I'd like both.
You not got room in your backpack?
No. Backpacks full of blood and EpiPens and morphine. It's 10 slots in it.
Yeah, it is a lot. Then don't worry about it. I mean, Gaddo and I find them reasonably regularly enough when we go to up into the north in the car.
Find which?
The L85s. You get them on the helicopters.
So it's the M4A1
It's a nice.
rarer. It's iron sight, you see. But it's the
Oh well,
L-
I will go for the L88 then, because you've
That's
got
what I
two
mean.
sights on it. You've got up and down. It's an ACOG, so when you've got full-time scope, and then you hit the slash above the 8, and it goes into red dot.
Yeah, that's what I thought, you see. That's why I thought I'll go for the L85.
Yeah, go for the L85 then.
Yeah,
That's what I was
I'll
carrying a little while
swap
ago.
that. But the M4A1's on his body now. Do you know what I'm going to do, mate? I'm going to take a bit of a gamble. What do you think? Do you know that odd tent we've got in the
Yeah,
bushes
that's what
by
I was
the
thinking. It's
barns?
not
What do
very
you
far
think?
away, is it? I think this guy's long gone. Well, I hope he is.
I think he is. No, he's not. He's hit me. I got broken bones, mate.
Can you deal with it yourself?
Yeah.
I have no idea where that came from. Keep moving, keep crawling, keep crawling. Where the hell's it coming from? Stop there a second and try.
No, I've got a bandage, so I'll have to bandage.
All I can do is see which side of the tree it hits on.
Yeah, I think he's the supermarket side. I think he's down by that industrial.
Yeah, bullets are coming my way.
Okay, I'm very pale, low on blood. I think he's down by
He's got sight on me.
he's down by the industrial, mate. Or the houses by the
Чайного
industrial.
сказал я.
I'm down.
Дебил перед дубом говорит.
Wasn't dead.
Чё?
Dead.
Я вижу две цели возле церкви.
Shit, mate. Think I've got away with it.
Well, get away with it. Guard the bodies.
I'm
That
very
was
low
our
on
sort.
blood.
Uncooked meat on my body, but you don't want to go anywhere near that.
Nope, I don't want to go anywhere in that area at all. He's stalking it, isn't he? Well, you know, he's...
And on that note, I'm out of here, boys and girls. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.